everybody, and welcome to another episode of the knee-slapping K-pop podcast. I am Kayla, and today I am here with Sammi.
Hello.
And Maria.
Hey!
And to continue this journey we've decided to go on, we are doing the top 10 songs of 2015.
Woo!
Woo! A very iconic year.
Very.
A very good year.
Very good year.
I think overall a year that very influential for all of us. Some of my favorite groups are debuted this year.
Yeah.
Some amazing groups were active this year. Very influential year.
Oh, yes. Just a very good year all around.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
even
absolutely.
the stuff we left out of this list, pretty solid.
This is one
It
of
was a
our
lot.
longest honorable mentions we've ever had.
Yeah.
For some reason, also, me and Sammi did an episode specifically on ranking 115 songs from 2015, and I do not remember why we decided to do that episode, but we did.
I think it's because that was like one of our first years into K-pop.
Maybe.
For both of us. And we just decided, you know what? We like 2015 a lot. Let's go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
And
year 3 for me. I mean, sorry, year 2. Year 2 for me.
Yeah, that was full year 1 for me.
Or into like 2 years of paying attention to K-pop full time, but yeah.
All right, so at number 10, we have Beast's Yeah. Look, this is a Beast song that even Beast will admit that
Beast, I did not
Beast
really
did not enjoy
not
this.
thriving with this song.
Except one member of Beast.
Yes, the member who will then go on to leave Beast. Yes.
Explains
because
everything.
I genuinely think Beast was like, we're never doing this again, and I'm like, you should, because this is some of your best music you've ever done. So Beast, Cube Entertainment Group, been extremely successful their whole career, but very, like, vocal based.
Yes.
Very, like, I wouldn't call them ballad boys, but they're not
very
that far
very
away.
vocal heavy. They're like
Very vocal
they do
heavy.
make ballads, but they're not like it's only ballads, but they are a very
It's not
vocal
like
based K-pop
B2B
group.
would become.
Yes.
They're never that.
Yes, they're not B2B.
But they make some party songs, they make some livelier shit.
Mhm.
But it's never what this song is.
No. Nope.
No.
This
song
is
seems
the stereotypical like party anthem song. They are like Beast are just full grown adults, so it's not like this is
They are.
anything bizarre for them, but
Yeah,
it is in the
no.
way that this is like not their aesthetic at all.
not at all.
I mean, I don't think Beautiful Night was really their aesthetic either, but I feel
It
like
wasn't.
Beautiful Night
The
was
Ye is
also
kinda, like, in that same
so
vein,
early
almost.
in their career.
yeah.
That Beautiful Night feels like it's like, well, we gotta hit all the points. Beautiful Night's just on, like, the roster of points you gotta hit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
By 2015, Beast is fully into their aesthetic.
Yeah.
And this is not what they've established. I feel like Beautiful Night also falls in the same caveat,
Yeah.
but it's like before the Beast aesthetic was made.
Right, that's when they were younger and they were doing like weird like shock and like weird
Yeah.
weird their concept was more weird then.
And I would honestly say this is better than Beautiful Night. But yeah, Beautiful Night.
It is for sure.
I like this one, but this is just, well, this is not their aesthetic. You also have to admit Beast is extremely talented in whatever they do.
True.
Yes.
So even though, Yosub looks fully uncomfortable being fully shirtless just with a bunch of scantily clad ladies.
Yes.
That's not his aesthetic at all, but does he sound great?
Sounds
Absolutely.
great. He looks
Sounds amazing.
and it doesn't help that Yosub has the face of a child.
He does.
And that's
does.
kind of the Yosub problem for like his entire career.
Yes. He can't be hot when you have that face.
Unfortunately for him. He does just look like that.
Everyone else sort of is trying to fit the aesthetic. It also does kind of look a little bit, maybe just because of I'm projecting because I know Beast.
Yeah.
It also could just be me projecting, but they don't look fully comfortable.
They don't.
Because it is just a party song.
Yeah.
Except one person. One person is, like, having a good time.
Yeah.
Right. Jang Hyun-sung, this is like this what he wants to make musically for
Yes.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. The man, I think, rips his shirt off in that video.
He does.
Like, he's fully in. Everyone else seems they're not fully in. And we'll see when we go on to when he does his solo music and the rest of Beast puts out Ribbon.
Yep.
That we've diverged.
There has been a clear divergence in style here.
And recently, I think he changed his stage name and signed under a company recently. So he looks like he's getting
good for him. He didn't end up in Beast 2.0.
Yeah.
I forgot about that entire thing that Cube tried to do. That just
I remember
that right now.
Yeah.
And he was just like, wait, what?
And he was just like,
didn't know.
I've never heard of this in my life, and also absolutely not.
And also, I would never do it. Absolutely.
Even he knows that's just a bad thing.
But that would be a bad idea. Also, I don't think that he is that much, like, he's not enemies with the members of Beast.
No,
I also don't think he would disrespect them like that by being a part of this.
No, I feel like that entire group split was purely a stylistic difference.
Oh, absolutely.
It was not like an animosity split.
Or at least to what we know of. Nothing publicly has come out about anything.
And also, with what has come out about other members of Beast, I don't think he was the problem.
At least the producer of the group.
Yeah,
for a while.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was the problem.
No.
But this is, in my opinion, in ours and almost no other person's opinion, I put this as a top tier Beast song.
Yes.
No one else agrees with me, including Beast.
No one else would say that, but it is a banger.
I mean, I probably wouldn't say that either, but honestly, I liked So
I think it's up there for me, just because I like how different it is in their discography.
Yeah.
And honestly, they do weirdly good party songs.
They do. Like, they do. When Beast has a banger, they do, like, really good bangers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though I don't think the other, whatever's Highlight now, I don't think they're interested in doing bangers as much anymore.
No,
Highlight
Sad
is...
Boy.
Well, Highlight is a little bit Sad Boy, but also a little bit kind of just, fun.
Well, I wouldn't say it's
Fun.
Sad Boy. It's more like adult sad. Melancholy, almost.
Sad Boy.
But they're not like... When I think Sad Boy, I think like emo, I live on the internet vibe.
No,
they're
that's
not giving
emo.
that.
That's not Sad Boy. That's like Icon.
Icon is Sad Boy.
Yeah.
And Beast is very similar in that. Highlight's very similar in that way. It's K-pop Sad Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Alrighty, so that was... Yay.
Number 9. Ooh, I got beef on this, but not on the song. I got beef on parts of this music video because... girl, that is not how you play lacrosse. And I am talking about Heart Attack by AOA at number 9.
Marie, if we were gonna out here complain about every single K-pop not playing,
I know, but I feel strong. I feel stronger about it because I played the sport. I feel stronger about it because I played the sport. I know no one else gives a shit, but I feel strongly about it because I played it for such a long time.
It's a fair point.
Fair enough,
that's why.
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Co-ed lacrosse is also not a thing.
Boys and women's lacrosse, different sports, almost. And a very different set of rules. You don't play together like that. And there's a reason why the males wear protection. They whack each other like fucking whack-a-mole. The girls don't whack each other.
I had to sew a kid's jaw shut the other day because he got hit in the face with a lacrosse ball.
Oh.
And it broke his jaw.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
And to think that lacrosse...
6 weeks.
And you know what's worse than a lacrosse ball?
6 weeks of eating through a straw.
A field hockey ball. A field hockey ball is worse than a lacrosse ball. I saw someone get a concussion right in front of me from a field hockey ball. Terrible. But anyways, besides the... close, but
great.
You're kind of not close enough representation of lacrosse. The song is fucking fantastic and is a wicked banger. Like, such a good song.
I feel like this song has become the AOA song.
I don't know, because they still got Like a Cat, and they still got that, like, good luck.
No, but I would say the one that people cover is always this one.
Really? Like, on the shows and stuff like that?
Yeah, this one, yeah. More so, no one covers Like a Cat, I feel like.
I don't think so.
Or not even miniskirt?
I can think of, like...
Really?
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 The only people that have covered miniskirt is AOA themselves in Queendom.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Like, the people that are covering miniskirt are them. I think that, honestly, in terms of... Because the other thing with miniskirt is, like, what can you do with miniskirt? You kind of just have to perform miniskirt as is. This song you can have a little fun with. a lot of people can perform this. Because this song, while very fun and flirty and suggestive, can still be performed by a larger, wider range of groups, as opposed to miniskirt, which is kind of very locked in sexy concept.
It's more like mature. Miniskirt gives more mature vibes too.
Here's the thing. It's
Heart
like how
Attack's more
people
youthful.
will cover, not Shake It. It's Shake It and Touch My Body from Sistar.
Mhm.
No one's covering Alone or Give It To Me.
Yeah.
They're different.
True.
They're different.
Although I
genres.
do love
All
those
hits,
two songs a
different
lot.
styles.
I love those two. I
They're
love
great
Alone and Give It
songs.
To Me.
Also, Miniskirt, great song, but not as much a coverable.
It's not a coverable
song.
Yeah.
song, yeah.
Coverable is what I'm saying.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah, Heart Attack's fun.
Very
This was like,
coverable.
I think for a long time, that and Miniskirt were like my two favorite AOA tracks, I would say, for a long
Yeah.
time.
I mean, I like this a lot. I think it very much is almost a perfect representation of AOA.
Mm.
Because I do think that while it's fun, it's flirty, it's light, it's cute, and it's not over the top, like, because we talk a lot, especially on our worst list, about the K-pop sexy concept that goes too far.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
This is like a perfect balance here.
And
It's a great
it's slightly more youthful-ish too, as well. It's not like it's like it's giving
And I
like
think-
teenager trying to be sexy vibes, kind of, or like an adult, like that's like a 20-year-old vibe, you know.
Yeah, it's not giving as much
Yeah.
of the uncomfortableness as a sexy
A lot.
concept sometimes.
Again, I
Yes.
think that a lot of the sexy concepts that work is because again, I think AOA doesn't have to try it. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying of not try as hard. In that they are popular, there is not the desperation for any form of attention. They're able then to make actually good music.
True.
Unlike what a lot of the new groups end up having to do, which is go for like lowest common denominator. Any kind of attention is
Mhm.
more attention than I had before.
Yeah.
Style.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I think K-pop sexy concepts, when done correctly, are some of the best.
Mhm.
I think they show a lot of, power, confidence, all of that other stuff.
They do.
Love it.
Also, I really love this pre-chorus of the song. It's just like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
I
the
get so
pre-chorus is
hyped. I'm
beautiful.
just like,
Pre-chorus is
ooh,
great,
let's
yeah.
get hype. Let's get hype.
Also, just reminds me how much I miss Choa in this group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
I don't know.
her.
Choa's just living her best quiet life now, it sounds like. I mean, to what we know of.
So is most of AOA
Well,
now after
I
what
guess so.
happened.
But like Choa started the trend, I guess. And you know what? Good for her for looking out for herself and
Mhm.
knowing when to stop, All right. But moving along to the next one.
Moving along to the next song, we're gonna get the first ever time I think we have a double group appearance on a list.
At
Like a
least
double
for-
person appearance on a list.
No, because our worst list comes out next week. So yes, fair enough. I think it is the first one because next week we also have that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Yes.
this is two people.
2 people.
A
So
duo?
No one will ever have this.
this
on
is
a
not
list,
going to
and
be
we
on
say that
anybody's
so
list
often,
ever.
But trust me when I tell you, no one will
I would
put
say
this
that's
specific
even
song.
more so the case for this
Yeah.
song. And that
Yes.
that is at number 8 we have Growing Pains by Super Junior D&E.
Okay, look. Here's the thing. To start off the bat, we have Super Junior
Yes.
D&E on here. Yes, we do. Super Junior D&E is one of the best subunits ever put out there, and also one of the most consistent subunits because they've
Yes,
been
yes.
they've released more music as this duo of people than some groups will release.
Yeah,
their
they have
entire-
music so far
really.
up to 2021. They've kind of taken a couple year break.
They do, and they do it so consistent. They come back at least every
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
At least every 2 years, if not more.
I'm surprised how much music they've released,
They've-
actually. I checked their discography
It's
recently.
so-
I was
it's
like, oh my
insane.
god. Way more than I thought.
Like D&E really is like a priority for them.
Yeah.
Because it's like they put out so consistently.
They put out so much music, and it's just honestly wild how much
I know.
music it is.
Like, does it always hit? I don't know. There's a weird period in there with like Danger and everything where I'm like, where are we?
Yeah.
But like other times, like they did Zero 2 years.
Well, the
Last
last
year?
release
2
is
years?
2021.
2021? Yeah.
2021, so 2 years ago, they did About You. They did Growing Pains, which we have on the
They also
list.
started off with
Opa
Opa Opa. I remember that.
Yeah, I love that one. That was
really
like
their
fun.
unofficial debut.
Really
it
really
looks like they did their unofficial kind of single debut, and then they had like a Japanese release, and then they did Growing Pains in the album for this in Korean.
Yeah, so Growing Pains is kind of their debut. Because Opa Opa doesn't even have a music video, really.
Yeah, that's sad.
This is like their beginnings, and they will never sound like this again.
No, absolutely not.
No. Maybe in Japan, I'm not as familiar with their Japanese work, but they never do this in Korea again.
No.
It's so vocal based, it's so dramatic, but it's
so
good.
It's so good.
I'm like impressed with how good it is, especially since Eunhyuk and
Eunhyuk
and Donghae. I don't think they're really known as like the vocalists of Super Junior.
They're not the vocal. I mean, Donghae is a vocalist. Eunhyuk is a rapper, but they both sound really good.
Mm-hmm. They do.
I also was not out here like really thinking they were going to be out here with like the drama of it all. Because this is like the sad boy drama.
It's giving sad boy drama a lot.
Song, and we know that that's a weird genre we enjoy.
The sad boy.
The sad boy.
It is sad that they don't do any other music that sounds like this, though. This is really the only time they release a song like
Maybe
this.
they just didn't want to be sad boys all the time, you know?
Maybe.
I know, but it's so good. I mean, now that their other songs are bad, I still really like a bunch of their other more lively songs. But this is just like a top tier quality song here. And to put this out in 2015, when, I don't know, it just feels like it's a little more mellow for your debut, for kind of your like official debut.
Right.
I don't know,
And it also, yeah, I guess given the members that are like Donghae and Eunhyuk, it's not the song you would expect that subunit to do either.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was kind of a bold choice, but it was really good.
It's a very nice surprise. I also don't know if maybe it's like the surprise aspect that's like, because for me personally, I like this more than any actual sad boy song any of their actual like vocal based members have ever put out.
Like the ballad, like KRY, and just like because they're not ballad boys, so it's like, and I don't love ballads. I think ballads they don't give me anything.
I don't know. I just think that I want more. Like I want this side of them a little bit more sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially now as they're going into they are well into their 30s.
They are
full adults, like not even young adults, just solidly adults now.
Yeah.
Yes. Good for them. Also, this song is just really catchy for being like a slow, kind of melancholy sad song. It's so catchy. All right. So
the icon itself. Oh my god. I'm excited.
We have another kind of slower, kind of melancholy song.
That's weirdly a theme this year.
Weirdly a theme. We have Oh My Girl with Closer.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the dance formations to this song. Oh my god. When they had 8 members at least, but it was really cool dance formations they did for this. But also, oh my god, this song itself, this is what got me into Oh My Girl, basically. I was just like, oh, hello, synth. I see that subtle synth and bass there, like, ooh, hello. Oh, I was intrigued when they released this, because their debut did not do it for me. It's not objectively a bad song, it just did not do it for me. But like Closer, oh bitch, this slapped. This slapped so hard. I was just like, holy shit, who the fuck are y'all? Very melancholy though, actually, when you think about it. But like done in like but it's giving some there's an airy whimsicalness about it, but also it's giving dark forest vibes. But also, like, I mean, you was on a boat at some point going through the water, looking to the mist, like, I'm pretty sure, if I remember this music video correctly, like, crazy shit, man. Lots of greenery, too. Lots of trees.
It's just it's so pretty. Just both the
It's
song
very
and the
pretty.
music video. And it is
I mean,
like,
this is sort of
it's like a pretty typical oh my girl like fairy concept. It's just everything about it is so pretty.
it is sort of the beginning of the oh my girl stereotypical like little fairy concept.
Mhm.
I mean, we can say it's the beginning of anything because it is their
It
first
is their
comeback.
first comeback, really,
It
but
is literally their first
The start of it
comeback
all.
after Cupid.
I like that they went this direction instead of Cupid for a
Yeah.
little bit after their debut, though.
Yeah. I think that overall, I think by the end, by overtime, Oh My Girl becomes, because after this they come back with Liar Liar, which is slightly more Cupid. Like, Oh My Girl is sort of a combination of these two concepts at their core.
Yeah.
It is both closer on, like, one extreme end, and Cupid on the other extreme end, and I think all of their other songs sort of fall in the middle there.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of between those two.
Yes, and it's like the songs they've done recently are just essentially evolved versions of what they
Yes.
were doing around debut time anyway.
And I think that it is very commendable for a group to, because a lot of K-pop groups will end up, their style of music is like so vastly different than what they began doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very, not as common for a group to essentially take their entire career, because Lord only knows the status of Oh My Girl at this point. We don't know. But for their style the whole time to just have been essentially the style that they debuted with.
Yeah.
Evolved and changed and everything, but its core, it's still the same.
Right, right.
Also, love the idea that they did not feel the need to cram a lot of rap in there. And that's always, I think, Oh My Girl's greatest strong suit.
I do really like that.
Knowing where
the
to put
rap,
rap.
like, they know where to use it. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
They just stick
one of
it
their
right
best-
at,
it's one of their
not
strong suits.
exactly right at the end, but pretty much right at the end there. And then another little line. But like, oh, I love the instrumentation on this song. Just like, it's so
good.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just very light. That's all I can describe it as. Just very
Mhm.
light and airy.
Like, I'm just hearing the voices coming closer to you. I'm like, oh, God, so good. Such a fan of that. Just such a fan. But yeah. Numero 6, I think.
Number 6.
Number 6. Some people would probably describe some Super Junior boys as this, but yeah, it is Devil at number 6.
For a second there, I thought you were saying a lot of people would describe a lot of Super Junior boys as a 6.
No, as this. As
Like a 6
this.
out of 10.
As a this.
Yeah, I thought you were saying like a 6
Oh,
out
No,
of
but
10.
I'm pretty sure some people
Both
would
of those
describe
statements
certain
are
Super
true.
Junior boys
Both
as
of
a
those
devil.
statements, they could be either of those statements, I think, is true. Yeah, some people describe them as both a 6 and the devil.
Mhm.
Different people and
Yeah.
different members, but I
Different
think
but
that
similar.
but I think both of those statements could
I will
be
say this
correct.
though, a very good song by Super Junior. Very good song.
That's a great song.
Our second appearance of Eunhyuk and
Donghae.
Donghae. This song, look, say what you will about Super Junior, and there is a lot to
There is
say
a lot
about
to
the
be said
group of
about
Super
Super Junior.
There's a lot to be said about every single member of Super Junior. We defend none of them. I defend no one.
Weirdly, this is like almost the exact opposite case of like any other group where it's like the downfall of Super Junior is like the members of Super Junior.
Every member of Super
It's
Junior.
like, my god, some of
All
them
of
are
them.
just disasters of humans.
Truly. But here's the thing. When Super Junior makes good songs,
They're really good.
they're so good. And the unfortunate thing is we're gonna have to make this statement a couple more
Mhm.
times
Mm-hmm.
going forward with these lists, aren't we?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this song is a banger, man.
It is. It's very much like the style that I think older Super Junior has evolved into doing, and I think should.
This is
continue
like
to
peak
do.
Super Junior, I
Yeah.
think, sound
Yeah.
of music. Like it's
Yeah.
so good. And it's like
Yeah.
it's also like really well at like because recent Super Junior kind of has a problem where like all the members are like pushing 40 years old, and it's a little bit cringe sometimes with like some of the music they're doing.
And we've decided to lean into the current trends,
right?
As opposed
where
to
it's like you need to make music appropriate for like what you are, like where you currently are in your life.
Exactly.
Not too Yatuyo where we're talking about being
no,
young
and I'm like, you can't tell me that with a straight face.
what was
Like
the
you
line?
can't.
Young and
Granted, that
whole
young. Song
young.
was giving
we
NCT,
are young.
So
It's giving
Yeah,
NCT, but
it's
done by a
giving
bunch of
NCT.
like mid to late 30-year-olds, and I'm like, this is not
Fathers,
it's not
people old enough to be
Yeah.
fathers.
This is like really good at being like very like just the whole thing's very appropriate for Super Junior, where it's not like it's like very fun,
pseudo retro feel.
It's got some type of like. I also feel like Black Suit is similarly in this style too, where it's like they are like they're kind of classy and they're adults, but it's like also still kind of fun. Like it's a I think that's what Super Junior should be
exactly
as like a group concept, and it's where they thrive the most.
As sexy as I think they should be getting is maybe a low C where they leaned into like
the Latin,
but it's the same core like pseudo retro classy concept, but also Latin.
Yes,
I think they need to keep that like that classiness to them.
Yeah.
And then, but like add little spices.
That's exactly
Latin
what they should be doing.
Suits, retro films, all of that. Not don't make we are young. I think they kind of came back a little bit. I mean, Mango I think is kind of boring.
Yeah,
it's not bad though.
But
it's like some of the recent stuff is like it's correct, but it's like it's fine. Yeah. It's whatever.
It's fine. I think Super Junior just has to like because they also started that weird little classiness like very because I would even say like sorry kind of fits, but it's very much more it's more contemporary, and by contemporary I mean contemporary for 2010 when it came out, not contemporary for current. If you know if that makes any sense, but that's sort of what's happening is like I think that they need to keep their core sound, but make it a little different. That, but you know, we're spies. That, but you know, we it's Latin, but like Mamacita, which I don't even know how. I don't know what
Mamacita really is.
But
Latin and Mamacita.
I don't know how to describe Mamacita in any more words.
Mamacita's got like the fun element to it.
It's got
it's a little bit comedic,
like a Lo Siento Latin. I think that there's a lot of different. I think there's still a lot that Super Junior can do stylistically. I just don't think that they need to betray everything that works for them to do it, because they are are an older group now. But for Devil in itself, I think that they sound really good. I think that it's a good it's in this weird era of peace in Super Junior. No, it isn't. What's his name did get married around this. There is no era of peace.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you could ever find an era of Super Junior where things are at peace.
Fair, because I was about to say it's before the DUI, but it is post the weird marriage situation. Mm-hmm. There is no era of peace. It's just a clusterfuck every day.
Also, just to really reinforce the fact that we do not endorse individual members of Super Junior.
I actively think that Shiwon is a terrible.
Shiwon is actually terrible.
I mean, his dog's pretty bad
and that's all can be said about that.
The family dog.
And his
dog.
Family dog.
Oh man.
Also, his dog. Also about things that he himself has said that are disgusting and deplorable.
He's
fuck him. Honestly, I don't endorse any of them. Don't endorse them.
Honestly, wild that he has been able to get away with the things that he has said recently. Like
he says so many many things.
Insane stuff.
So really, while I cannot, like, Super Junior is, like, the K-pop definition of separate the art from the artist.
Honestly.
And, like, the line of, and I can fully understand people just being like, I can't do it. And I'm like fair enough.
I get it.
I mean,
I get it.
I
Makes
get
sense.
it. Like, if your problem with Super Junior is what the members have said and done in their lives, I'm like, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. If your problem with them is just that they're old, you're right.
Maybe
there's so many other
there's
reasons.
a lot of
There's
other
a lot
reasons.
of other problems.
So many.
The members.
And the problem is their music's really good.
Especially their earlier like mid to early career music, especially like really good.
By this point, this is like mid-career
Super Junior.
Yeah. Ugh, So good.
Mm-hmm.
And also, as we go back, there's so much less K-pop to deal with.
I know, so we're gonna see a lot of
list.
Super Junior in the past years, like, because that's all that was around, really, for a lot of those years.
Ugh. It would be so much easier if they were bad.
I know, if they were just making shit music 100% of the time right now, I could just ignore them, but the fact that it's, like,
And
not
then
the worst
Shindong's
thing
kind
I've
of an
ever
asshole,
heard.
too.
Shindong's also,
I mean, let's be honest. Like,
Heechul is also going on a downward
Heechul-
spiral right now, so it's just like
Yeah.
all of them are really gotta figure
really
this shit out.
I just really just throw the book at all of them. I mean, there's members that I haven't heard terrible things about, but if I did eventually hear terrible things about, I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with
Pretty much.
Super Junior at this point.
Because so many of them have done such terrible things.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I kind of have to believe it about all of you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So
Oh, this one.
number
Oh,
5
God.
is this is another song that no one's gonna have on a list, but it is wholly unsurprising for this podcast to have this here.
Entirely unsurprising
choice for this
you
podcast.
should know
This was gonna happen with
Absolutely.
at least Sammy being around this song was gonna be on this list. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Kayla loves this song more than I
fucking
do.
love
You
this
love
song.
this
It's
song
so good.
more?
I like this song more than the other song that Sammy likes
Oh,
more.
Jesus.
So
More, yeah.
I love
so
this song.
This is Kayla's song,
Yes,
and the other
yes.
one is mine. The other one from the next
From
best list is my
we'll be
song.
on the next one, yeah. So
Yes.
at number 5, we have "Iu Iu" by Unique.
All right, look. You had to know this was gonna happen.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
this
you
is
have
gonna
been
happen.
listening to this podcast at all, like it was gonna happen.
The most influential
Song.
semi-failure of a group
Yes.
ever.
Mhm.
They're so good.
They're so good.
All
It is
iconic boys.
such
amazing.
iconic boys in that show that are it's truly wild to go back and watch this music video now in the present. Like it's an
It is.
absolutely wild experience.
Even though like Woods and Wanky Bo look the
They
same.
look the
They
same.
do.
Wangy Bo looks the same.
The same.
Wangy Bo also like rapping is very funny.
A rapper. Woods a rapper.
Yes.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So wild. Also, everybody else sounds great. This song is just like has an. I don't know how to describe this song. Weirdly,
Uh-huh.
like what do you say? Like it's not. Is it sexy?
It's
kind of
sexy. It's kind of like
Is it
like
a banger?
proto noise
Kind of.
music a little bit. Like
A little proto noise.
it does have like the sirens as the song is called "Iu
It
Iu."
does.
It does have that going on. It's a little bit sexy. They're definitely pushing like a wangy bow.
They are, yeah.
A little
Center
bit sexy.
forward?
Yeah.
Even though he is the youngest.
Even
kid
though
in
he's
that
the
group.
mock name of this group.
By that point, he would have been 19 because this was.
Yeah, they were a bit older when they
2015.
debuted, but
Yeah, he's a year younger than we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would have been around like 18,
Yeah.
19.
Mhm.
I mean, him and Woods being rappers still.
I know
blows
Woods
my
also
mind.
being a rapper is a wild thing to see.
but he looks the same. So do they.
Mhm.
The song is just so good.
So good.
Like, do I know how to describe it? No. Do I like the way it sounds? Absolutely.
There's just this collection of like Nugu boy group noise songs from the years of like 2017 through like 2014 that are just like huge bangers for me.
Iconic?
They're absolutely
yeah,
iconic
there
like
are.
bangers.
I mean, you
And
had
this is one of
Unique-
them.
Between Unique 24K,
Top Dog,
Madtown, My Name,
all of them.
Top Dog,
Boys Republic, like all of them.
Boys Republic, like all these Nugu boy groups who are lost to time, except for like our memory,
hmm
only made so many bangers.
So good.
Even like a B.I.G. or something like that. All
Yeah,
those just
yeah.
making bangers.
Just making absolute bangers.
Ugh, wild. It's sad that they're lost to time at times.
I know. They're
This
not gonna die
song-
because we're gonna keep talking about them, and that's why
Oh,
we're here. So
Yeah. That is one of the motivating factors for this podcast to continue.
absolutely,
Let's
because
keep their
no one,
memory
literally
alive.
nobody else out there is talking about these
Oh,
groups, so
absolutely
we have to.
Hmm.
It's required.
Absolutely not. We have to. And this song, such a banger. kind of a banger. I don't know how to describe the genre of the song.
I don't know. It's kind of noise
electronic.
music.
It's noise music-esque, but it's
music
not
in a
what
way.
noise music would become.
Yeah.
All right. So at number 4.
Oh, yay. Yay.
This one's fun. At number 4, we have one of our favorite subgenres of K-pop, which is band
Music.
Just bands. Just bands,
Yes.
not band. Bands. Because we have FT Island with Pray. So this was FT Island finally leaning into their full rock.
Japanese
Yeah.
rock era.
This is
Because-
when FT Island truly had a revelation where they were so far into their career and they were
But
like,
they could
why
just
are we
do what
not
they
making
wanted.
music that we want to make? Like,
Yeah, because FT Island always had especially compared to their contemporary, which is like, it was always FT Island and CN Blue as the two bands.
mhm.
For years, that was kind of the only two, like, at least popular
yeah,
bands.
the only two relevant bands until we get and Flying in Day 6 in 2015. Like, these were the
And, like,
only
there
two
were
bands that
always, like-
existed.
And there were always, like, smaller bands, like, you had your Royal Pirates, you had, like, other
Let
people,
Apple, but
obviously,
they were just
around.
kind of like
Let
around.
Apple,
Yeah.
but FT Island and CN Blue were the two main ones. And FT Island did always have more of a rocker edge as opposed to CN Blue. I would never call it that they went full in.
CN Blue has always been very much a pop
Yes,
band,
pop
like
rock
very
band.
pop, and that's always
It's
what
giving
CN Blue has been.
Beatles.
And FT Island,
That's a comparison I didn't ever.
If you think about it, early Beatles was very pop rock.
sure. Okay. I don't know if I would
To God,
compare
I
them
call
to
CN Blue the
CN
Yeah,
Beatles.
I mean, the
Weird.
Beatles are very original
feels
pop
weird.
rock. In the beginning. Later on, it's different.
that's
but I'm
true.
just-
That's
You're not wrong.
Yeah, in like the loosest of terms, I think we can compare FT Island to the CN Blue to the Beatles.
I mean, maybe not
In
the
the
same
loosest of
impact
terms.
as the Beatles, but like the sound, I think, yeah.
Oh no! I think if anyone ever tried to argue that CN Blue and the Beatles were on par for impact,
Delusional.
I think they need an
Here's
evaluation.
some delusion. This great perfume spray. There's
There's
a
the
delusion.
delusion.
Great
delusion.
perfume
But-
spray. Don't you love
but
it,
to the-
Sammy?
But back to the thing of like both of them had their own distinct style of
Yeah.
music, correct?
Yeah.
Between the two of them. And then FT Island just always felt like they were like having to hold back.
Mhm.
And they didn't in their Japanese music, but they did in their Korean music. So then they just decided we're this far in. It's 2015. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And then Hongi is allowed to just scream. And you know what? Good for him.
And Hongi also just was allowed to speak his truth on what they were doing as a group
Everything.
and was like, look, we have
Oh,
been
yeah.
doing public-friendly music our entire career because we were afraid of losing popularity, but we are far too far into this career now to not
Yeah.
make music that we
that
actually
we
would
want
like.
to make.
And we do not care if the public doesn't like it because we
Mhm.
like it. So,
And honestly, I think the public did like it because they are about like they. No one like they didn't get fully. I think they were so far into their career.
yeah.
They were. I mean, as with all things, with age, you do lose a lot of your mainstream popularity. You get replaced with a newer, shinier thing,
Yeah.
but you keep the diehards.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's exactly what happened to them. This is the same trajectory their career would have taken if they even continued to do their
Yeah.
more pop-friendly songs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is honestly one of, if not my favorite of their title tracks.
It's very good.
It just goes so hard.
Goes
It
so
does.
hard.
It's like, oh, it's such a great fun. I don't want to say workout, but like it kind of is a good song to just like, too. And I'm like, this is what I'm missing in my idol band, rock face.
And I also think that this did help a lot of the newer idol bands just be allowed to sort of make less stereotypically public sounding music.
Mhm.
If you know what I mean by that.
Yes,
It's just like
yes.
this sort of opens up a little bit to like let everybody, all the bands seem to get a little more different currently.
Right.
Rather than all of them just doing the same poppy songs.
Mhm.
But yeah,
We have the big one next.
We have the big one.
We got the big
The
one.
big one.
Oh yeah, a big one. Easily probably the best for this group, probably, you can argue, I think. No, actually not the best, but like one of the best.
It's
Well,
up-
they got a lot of
it's
good
top
music
tier.
to begin with, so.
The thing with them is that, like, the worst is what, B tier?
Fair enough, yeah,
Probably.
the worst is B tier.
Like, what?
One of the best of this group that has ever been seen has to offer in general. Coming in at number 3, take a look at That View by Shiny. Woo! View.
Shiny is one of the most interesting K-pop groups I've ever seen because what is the Shiny sound?
What is the
What
Shiny
is it?
sound?
Because
Great
that
question.
is a question you ask because it's like, well, no two Shiny comebacks sound the same.
They are not
so,
the same.
what do you even call the Shiny sound? And yet when I hear a Shiny song, I know it's a Shiny song. It's like an aura. It's not like
Not a
like something
sound.
in the song. It's
Yeah.
just like a vibe and an aura.
It's the vibe
around
check,
them.
man.
I know, it's all vibes. And they got the best vibes.
Mhm.
They do.
They're so talented. And
I
View
just-
is like the definition of that, because they will never go back to View. Ever.
No.
Nothing else they do sounds like View. Maybe some B-sides that I don't want to get into, but like title track wise, they don't go back to
Mhm.
this. But
Yeah,
does
they
it
don't
feel
go back to
shiny?
this.
Absolutely.
It does.
It fits right in.
It
like a little
feels
puzzle
shiny
piece, like,
100%.
absolutely.
It's very shiny.
It's so shiny.
It's just such a fun. I love this kind of style of house music too.
Mhm.
Like, it's just feels so chill. Feels like something you can groove to,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, oh yes, they look like they're having fun in whatever tropical country they're in. I don't know where, but they're
I think they're
somewhere.
in Thailand, it appears, or like Indonesia.
We're also getting
That would make sense.
kidnapped simultaneously, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
But like having a good time, they don't.
Yeah, but also
like, is it
having a fun
kidnapping
time
if you're
getting
having a good
kidnapped.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is
Like,
it a
yeah,
kidnapping
we're
if
getting
everyone's
kidnapped.
chill with it?
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Also, you also have to point out Shiny, some of the best vocalists
Oh,
in this
yeah,
whole
easily.
industry, absolutely incredible.
Oh yeah.
Do so good. One of the best dance groups. Like this dance is
So good.
It looks far more simple than most other Shiny dances, but still impossibly difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely top tier artists. All 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just so much fun, and just like the
Jesus,
aesthetic
yeah.
too is fantastic.
This one
like,
just
oh my
feels like
God.
summer.
It does.
do.
It does feel
It
very
feels
much like summer.
It does feel a lot like summer.
It just makes me think of summer. It just makes me feel like it is summer. It's like a
Mhm.
good song of the summer.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because, like, it's got that house vibe for, like, a party, but also that, like, semi-chill vibe for, like, I don't know, just being on a beach.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a good
Pretty
time.
much.
Just a good summertime.
Like, I honestly, when was this song released? Was it not released during the summer?
I think, hold on, let me see. So it was released in May. So, like, the beginning of the summer. Like, you had the whole summer to enjoy this song.
It was almost a summer song.
It was
What are you
like
saying?
May 18th. So like I think summer starts in June. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a summer like
Yeah.
So I think this was like a early summer song that you had the whole summer to enjoy.
Now
Oh,
there's a big
This
one.
is another icon.
This is a song that is literally so relevant always. Somehow incredibly relevant
always
and
relevant.
always
Like
relevant.
if we're gonna talk about people, we talked about covers earlier in this episode. If we're gonna talk about covers,
This is
I
the
don't
co-
think
this
you
is
get-
this is the one.
This is the song.
This is the
This
song.
is the song with the covers. My
Mhm.
God.
It is somehow relevant always.
Always.
It has continued to stay relevant
Especially-
every single year since it's come out.
Also, I want to point out because
Which
of
is
the
impressive.
recent known obsession of me and Kayla's,
It's incredibly
Yes.
relevant
this
right
list
now.
before that.
Incredibly relevant right now.
We have loved this song for years. And also that we made these lists long before that show started airing.
But to actually say it, at number 2, it is My House by 2 p.m.
It's alright. 우리 집으로 가자. It's alright.
iconic.
So good.
It's all
Incredibly iconic.
So iconic. So good.
Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. Everyone covers it. Why does everyone know the dance to the song? Everyone just happens to have that in their... I think there's, like, K-pop songs that all these idols just have in their, like, repertoire that they have to know.
Right.
It's like, you have to know Sorry Sorry, you have to know, like, Bang Bang Bang, you have to know, like, couple different things.
Mm-hmm.
Why is My House in that, like, little cardex of things they have to know?
Always gotta know My House.
Especially if you're a male idol, you have to know how to dance to My House.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do the My House.
It's just like it's so easy. I think the choreography, and that's why it's like continued to stay relevant.
Really
and
good.
It looks
good.
It
does look really good. It's very classy too.
Very
if you want to start being if you want to just transition from being boys to being a classy K-pop group, you got to do a cover of My. It's like it used to be. You got to do Neurotic. Now I think you got to do My House. Personally.
Yes.
And not to touch on 2 p.m. So good. Like, I think that this embodies the 2 p.m. strengths of, like, these are manly, they are seductive, they are having a good time, they are gentlemen.
Yes.
The music video looks amazing.
Oh god, it is
one
great.
Of my favorite,
great shot.
Looks so good.
One of my favorite dresses.
Is this the same building they filmed? Okay, did they
film
films feel special in this building? Because it's giving a similar vibe.
Maybe?
It's given the same vibe for sure.
It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if this was a set.
Yeah,
somewhere.
probably.
True.
Like, not a house, but like a set.
Yeah. Although I wish it was their house.
But, like, love the little fairy tale elements here. Love the dress. Love the random rabbit. I love that rabbit.
Yes, that's also just speaks at some point during the music
the rabbit
video.
that rabbit's singing along. That rabbit's a part of this. I don't think 2PM has ever... Like, because 2PM is known for being sexy. Like, that's their thing.
Yep.
I would put that... Like, this is very up there for them because it's just so good.
It's so good.
It's, like, seductive versus sexy.
Very suave, very seductive.
Whenever we have sexy songs, we always love, like, a classy sexy.
Yes.
And this is a lot. 2PM does have some very outwardly just like, this is sexy, but this is very classy sexy.
Some of which we'll get to on future lists,
Definitely
will. I think we have them on there, yes. But this is just classy sexy.
Classy sexy.
They actually, and honestly, the song is really good. It's sung really well. It's just a very nice time. It's also a sexy song.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, sexy concepts get, like, songs that are, like, I don't know, the vibes are weird here, but, like, this is a sexy song. It's a sexy sounding song.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so number one?
Number one. I don't think this is very shocking.
This is, like, one of the least shocking number ones ever. I mean, same thing with last time.
Because there's, like, if you know anything about the year 2015, you'll know that, like, there was a change that year. And the fact that we haven't spoken on any of the songs from this one group that came out that year, either of them, means that, you know, one of them's gotta be
here,
on.
so...
And we picked the correct one.
We did.
Like, not that the other one is bad.
But this
the
one
other
is
clearly,
is clearly better.
This one's clearly the defining moment.
Yes.
So at number one, we have...
BTS!
With I Need You.
I need you, girl. 왜 혼자서 사랑하고 혼자서만 이별해. I need you, girl. 왜 다칠 거라면서 자꾸 네가 필요해. I need you, girl. 넌 나를 깨워. I need you, girl. 너무 차가워. I need you, girl.
I need
so
you, girl.
Like the
The drama.
Oh, the
this
drama.
is the
drama.
More sad boy drama.
More
but
sad
like,
boy
I think
drama.
This is at the, but like if Growing Pains is like a 2 and Closer is like sad girl drama.
Yep.
This is like a 12.
There's so much drama here.
They are in agony while singing this
There's
song.
a murder that
They
occurs in
Oh
this
yeah,
song.
V
There's a
kills
murder.
someone in
There's
this
a
music
murder.
video.
There's
It's
multiple
intense, man.
suicides.
Multiple. Jin is questionably already dead.
Questionably.
Probably.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of lore to unpack in this era of BTS.
This is like the beginning of
this
the
is
lore.
the peak
this sets
lore
the tone for the
BTS
lore.
era, yeah.
But like it's back when the lore made sense,
Yes.
and we didn't think V was just the devil.
Right. It's like there was
before
a lot
that
of
lore.
lore, but I felt like there was a clear storyline to the lore.
Yes. Did anyone fully think the storyline through? Probably not. Who thought storylines through? But, like, there are enough threads.
Like, half of the purpose of K-pop lore is to have the fans theorize
Not
about
the-
it, and it not
yeah,
to be very clear.
Truly, if you tell me that people were just like, we like cool imagery, and no one thought it through that hard,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, of course, that's the point. I believe you. Another one of those BTS songs that is impossible to cover. We will get to more of those as we go backwards.
Oh, we're gonna get to so many more of those because they keep getting covered in the year 2013.
Oh, they don't.
And for
And
some
we won't
reason,
stop.
20, you mean 2023?
2023,
Oh,
yes.
you said 2013.
and for some reason, why is BTS so difficult to cover? Continues
too
to
hard
be a
to cover.
very too hard. I don't know why though.
They're just that good.
They're just good.
Are they that
I
good?
guess. I have no idea.
They're
The
good.
vibes just fit so well on BTS and no one else.
Mhm.
But yes, I Need You is, we keep harping on it is the turning point for BTS. This was like the first big, this is when they became like a thing in Korea.
They got their
to
first
Dope
win
and they'll
from this song.
They got a first win,
Yeah.
and then it just opens the doors to the future. The future is theirs.
Mhm.
And now we live in 2023 and we're like, well, BTS is on hiatus and yet they put out more music than anybody else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How? Wild times.
Wild shit.
This is just a very well done song
It
all
is.
around. I know
So
we're talking
good.
more about the stuff around it, but like, so well sung. Obviously it's BTS, the raps are amazing. Instrumental great. I think it's just a very well done little, I don't know.
The dance
it just
practice
sounds-
of this is also like
Oh.
super good. I think I saw
Yeah.
I think the dance practice got recommended to me before I even saw the
Oh,
actual
yeah.
music video of this, but it's like that also is like super super
dance
good.
is
And it's
so
funny because this is like
good.
the earliest they've covered as of late in terms of songs. Like this is the earliest they go. Pretty much their first one and then forward.
Yeah, because they don't really do dance,
They don't do anything before
no.
Danger. Or Danger itself, but
No.
yeah.
But also, how much of it is just, like, what do you mean,
For covers, like when I went on tour, the songs that they played and like covered, I think were just
currently.
BTS, yeah, for BTS
They don't
too.
necessarily go farther back than this.
yeah, they don't go further.
But
back
also,
than
there
this.
are multiple things in their back catalog that they've said that they just won't do ever again.
Mhm.
Like, A War of Hormone, they've said multiple times that they just will not do it anymore.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, fair
It's a
enough.
fair point.
Also, with how much music they've put out between I Need You and currently, there's so much that they could do. Like, BTS could do, and it would be very appropriate. They could do an Eras style tour.
They could.
Mhm.
Oh, you're
Because
saying they
they
should pull a
could
Taylor
do
Swift,
an era.
girl? You say
Yes!
pull a Taylor
I think-
Swift?
Pull a Taylor
They
Swift!
can't call it eras
Honestly,
though. Then people,
honestly,
girl,
picture
you know
this.
they can't say call it eras
It
because
won't be an Eras tour. No! Like, the same general concept.
oh yeah, I know.
The same
I
general,
know.
like, picture this. BTS, all together, it's 2025. They announce, like, the journey through BTS, whatever the fuck. And it's just, essentially, an era-style tour. With BTS. Like, it would just be a wild
I feel like they
journey.
would do that
From-
once they come back from military service if they are.
Yeah,
going
I'm taking 2025. We've done another album. We're doing that.
that album, then an era style
Wild.
tour. I could see that.
BTS era. I wouldn't be surprised if after this Taylor Swift tour, more artists are doing an era style tour.
Well, I think the
because
big thing
do
why
think that it's
Taylor
a
did
very
this
good
tour though
idea.
was because she released a few albums during the pandemic.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
that's
But I do
why.
think that I still think that an era style tour is something that people have been clamoring for years from multiple different people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very good idea for a tour. Is to do not only your new stuff, but also a back catalog of things that you just don't perform that often. That's such a well thought out idea, and I do think that might become a more popular thing post massive success of the Eras tour,
Yeah.
because that's like the ticket of the year.
basically,
Like usually you hear about like one or two stops on a tour. This tour, every stop. people are like flipping
I
like
feel
every
like
stop.
doing
It's a
like an
thing.
era style tour, like post-military, would be like the absolutely great move
Yeah.
to make. Yeah.
God,
It would
yeah.
be amazing.
That would be
amazing.
smart.
Hybe, take this idea.
I
Take
feel like Hybe would.
Run
I
with
feel
it.
like Hybe's paid attention.
I feel like more people should do an era style tour. Like you have to have a massive discography to do it.
Yeah.
But I think that
But
a
they've
lot
got
of
a
K-pop
massive
group-
enough discography to do it. And
They
they
do.
are a group that
Also-
has clear eras in music as well.
clear eras. I
So it
think
makes
K-pop
sense.
for an era style tour is very much a good idea because a lot of like Taylor Swift works because she completely changed her style of music through her
Yeah.
career. But like K-pop has very clear distinct eras with clear distinct motifs, and that's one of the things that you go into K-pop.
Exactly.
And so many people
About
do
and
like
knowing.
trilogy albums and stuff too that just like
know.
help with that entire
Mhm.
concept.
Yeah, and like because of the way things are, you can't necessarily like the Eras tour that Taylor Swift is doing. It would have to be different because you can't go by every album.
And you can't call
like,
it
the
eras because
trilogies
then
a lot of
before you know
times-
it, every T Swift fangirl will be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh my
yeah,
god,
blah,
you're
blah,
copying."
I don't know if you. I don't think you can. I don't think you can
You probably
copyright the word
can.
era. I don't think that's a thing. But like era style tours, which I think that most people would just be okay with. Like, yeah, sure, Taylor Swift did the first era style tour. Good for Taylor Swift. Let me do this with my favorite artists because I think that overall you can make the trilogies one era or just like go through
Yeah.
your career. It works. And like maybe you'll have to invent some things, combine some things cuz like Taylor Swift has like 10 albums. K-pop groups have like 3 albums but 15 mini
Yeah.
albums to go through, so it's a little more questionable how you divide things up, but I think it would work really well
Even
for
if you
K-pop.
just
You'd
divide
have
it
to
into like
be-
years or something,
Yeah.
it would
Years
work
or something,
fine,
yeah. Yeah, I think there's a way to do it, and I think it would do so well. Can you imagine like a Twice Eras tour?
Oh, that'd be great.
It's funny because they're on tour right now, but
Mhm.
They are, but like they're not. It's not an
no,
Eras
Twice
tour.
could totally
Yep.
do an
Imagine
Eras tour if
Twice
they
Eras
wanted to.
tour. I think Twice could do. I think groups that could do an BTS could do an Eras tour. Twice could do an
In
Eras
theory,
tour.
Super Junior could.
I think
I'm just
EXO
gonna
could
put
do
it
an
out
Eras-
there.
In theory, Super Junior could. But I don't know how many
TVXQ. I mean, a
international
lot
tours
of
Super
the
Junior
SM
go
artists
on.
could probably argue doing a.
The old
Yeah, a lot of
groups
SM
could.
artists
Yeah,
could
yeah.
argue
I think
doing an
17
Eras
could.
tour.
I think 17 could do an Eras tour.
Oh yeah.
I think that even like groups that have just been super active, like Blackpink, could never.
Mhm.
Blackpink's current tour is their Eras tour. That's all they got.
Blackpink has like
It's true.
25
It's
songs total, maybe.
Exactly. And Taylor Swift in her tour does like 45 songs. So I'm
Yeah.
like, she's already doing more songs in one
Yeah,
one
that's
night.
3 hours.
than
That's so many
Blackpink has in
songs
their
when
whole
you think
career.
about it. It's a lot.
It is.
It's a
She must be
lot.
No,
exhausted
and
each
also
and every day.
she does her she also does her surprise songs, which are different.
She must be
every
exhausted every day.
It's a lot.
It's very intensive
It's
tour
also
she's
like
on right
3
now.
hours with none of those like little VCRs where she gets to sit down.
Does she have a moment where she can
It's, like,
breathe and
constant
sit down?
going.
or-
She's got costume changes.
Yeah.
That's probably all she's
Oof.
got.
Wow, that this is what this episode has devolved into.
Wild that we ended up talking about the Eras
How
tour.
BTS needs to
None
do a
of us are
Taylor
going-
Swift Eras
I mean,
tour.
they should.
None of us are going to the Eras tour. by the
No,
way.
God, no. Are you kidding me? I was not going to fight for
Absolutely.
those tickets because I knew it was going to be mayhem. I knew it was going to be
Those
fucking
tickets
chaotic.
are hard to get. Honestly, good to whoever got them. I hope you're happy because you paid a pretty penny.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry for you. Everyone seems to be having
Oh, yeah.
such a good time. I keep
get
getting them on my
too many
TikToks.
TikToks about it, honestly.
Everyone seems to be having a very good time, so good for them, I guess.
That has been 2015 best songs of the year. Hoopla.
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 Hoopla. What's a hoopla?
I feel like it's a SpongeBob thing or something.
Is it?
It's a SpongeBob
Yeah.
thing. It's a
I feel like
SpongeBob
that's where
thing,
I picked that up
absolutely.
from. Yeah.
Hoopla. That little fish.
The one little
my
guy. Yeah.
God. Cute.
All right. So we are available on all major podcasting platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also have a YouTube channel where we post all of our episodes along with fun occasional clip videos as well. We will be back next week for the worst 10 songs of 2015. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.